Hello, it's Andrew from Lumen Electrical Services here. Today we're just going to talk about that dreaded situation you've lost power to one of the circuits in your property. So, the first thing you've probably noticed is that some of your sockets, your lights, or you have an appliance that isn't working. So, what's the first port of call? Check your fuse box. So, hopefully you have a nice modern style fuse box just like this one, and what you'll be able to do is lift the lid. Lo and behold, one of your circuits is tripped. So, from this fuse box, we can see that it's a circuit that controls the sockets that's tripped. We can see it's in the dim position. The first thing we're going to try and do is reset that circuit. Now, don't worry, it's perfectly safe for you to do this. If it trips down again, the circuit's designed to do that. You're not going to cause any harm. So, throw the switch up. If it holds, perfect. If it doesn't, time to do some investigation work. So, we've tried resetting that circuit breaker, it's just tripping down straight away, so there's a bigger problem here. Now, don't worry, the most common cause for a fuse to trip in a modern style consumer unit is a faulty appliance. So the first thing that an electrician is going to do in your property is to unplug each of the appliances that's associated with that circuit. Now, if you've got appliances on the circuit that aren't plugged in, what you want to do is to turn them off at an isolator, and that essentially does the same thing as unplugging it. All you're doing is disconnecting and removing those appliances from the electrical circuit. You're going to come back to the fuse box, try and turn it on. Now, if it stays on after you've disconnected the appliances, what you're going to want to do is to narrow it down. Start plugging in those appliances one by one, and until you get to the one that trips it, that's when you'll know what's causing the fault. So that appliance, whether it be a kettle, a washing machine, sometimes even a boiler, is the thing that you're going to have to either replace or have looked at professionally. So you've disconnected everything in the property, you've turned everything off, and still the circuit is tripped. What's it going to be? Well, there's a few things that it can be, and you're kind of now reaching the point where you're going to have to involve a professional. Now, these faults can either be water in the system, damaged cabling, that could either be by mice, any type of rodents, squirrels for example, or it could be that the cable's perhaps fitted under a floorboard and over the years it's just become worn with people walking over and above it, or it could be even potentially an electrical appliance that you've not readily identified. Now, one thing to remember is that if this switch is off, whilst it may be inconvenient, the circuit is safe. Now, if you've tried everything that I've let you know in this video and the circuit is still off, it won't reset, I would recommend phoning an electrician.